Hey friends, finally, I am hitting record. Oh, it's been a day. It has been a day. It's been a stressful day, but it's been a good day in the sense that the application I put in for mom for long-term care here in Arizona to get her into the facility, the social worker contacted me today, and I have a phone interview appointment, just me, myself, in less than 2 weeks to discuss her case and to figure out where we go from here. But today has been another day of me untangling more stuff with her. Medications. She was hiding the fact that she's pretty much out of several of them, which means I have to call the pharmacy here to get them transferred, and they have to call her doctor in California. And yeah, anyway. So I had to deal with all that. And then by the time I got all that figured out and got the pharmacy called and got, kind of brought myself back down to earth, if you will, after getting that email from the social worker, it was about 2 o'clock when we finally left to go run our errands, and I had a good number of them. I had to go to Goodwill, and then I had donations, and then of course, going into Goodwill, you got to pop in and you got to see what they got real quick. And then I had to vacuum out my car. We had to go to Cal Ranch and get food for the birds and the quail and the pigeons and the doves. Yep, all the birds. And then from there we had to go to Smith's and then ran by McDonald's, grabbed Levi some food and me a coffee, and then came home and I had to make dinner. And by that point it was almost 5:30. Yeah, so here we are. Oh, I love this cup. I put ice water in here this morning, and you can hear there's still ice in there. I filled this morning. It's still ice cold. The ice is still not hot. The ice is still cold and chunky, and yeah, it's all in there. So anyways, that has been my day. I did go in Goodwill, like I said. I didn't really find too much today. I was looking for specific things. I didn't really see any yarn except for the overpriced Red Heart yarn that nobody's going to pay $10 for. But right next to that section where they have all the bags of like craft stuff and whatnot hanging up is a whole bunch of other bags. And this one was just kind of laying there. And it's just a zipper pouch. So I of course had to get it. It's $3.99, but it looks brand new. So I got that, and then I got a book, and Levi got a Grumpy Monkey book. If you're familiar with the kids series Grumpy Monkey, I found him up all night. So Grumpy Monkey stays up all night. Oh boy. So anyways, okay, enough chit chat. Let's get into this Hobbi Haul, yeah, shall we? Okay. And of course the Premier Yarn Haul is trying to come into play too. You guys already saw that one. Okay, so remember I have a nice big bag here stuffed full. Now, when I'm not pulling this up to the table because they, like I said, they've got my address all the way around this package because of customs. So this is my stress shopping order. I only went through maybe half of their website on my phone. Oh, beautiful. This makes me happy right off. They double bagged it, I guess, to protect it. I'm sorry for the crinkles. Okay. they double bagged my order. That's really nice. Okay, so anyways, yeah, I only went through about half of their website. Their website is huge. It's kind of like a Hirschner's type thing, but yeah, you can get lost down a rabbit hole real quick with this website. So we're going to get into this. Like I said, I only went through about half their website, and then when I looked at my cart, and I looked at my total, and I was like, yeah, I better stop right there. So, all right. First off, let's see. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Now, mind you, I don't remember everything I ordered, okay? All right. Oh, yes. They put all this in here. Sweet. Okay, so I can tell you right off, I really like their packaging because they put a lot of my little stuff inside of another padded envelope inside the packaging. Okay, so first off, we have a yarn holder with a wristband. I've been wanting one of these for a while, and they had these on sale. No, I don't remember prices or anything like that. Yeah, I just don't. So I'm just going to show you what I got. And then, yeah. So this is the first thing that I pulled out of the bag. And these are actually really nice for travel because you can hang them up in your car too when you're crocheting. And you know what's nice about this is it will fit nicely inside my little zipper pouch. So there is that. Oh. We're just going to open this real quick and take a gander. I want to see what the flower looks like. Like I said, I don't want to rush this order. Okay. So this goes like this. Okay, so there's the flowers. So this piece here, this piece, you stick it through, and then you got your strap, which my hands are not wanting to work today. My hands hurt. Okay, well, anyways, they also give you a clip. You can, oh, because you're supposed to use the clip. Yeah. Okay, well, anyways, you get the point. You put the clip on here and you put the clip here, and yeah, my fingers are not working tonight. So that's what this is. So there is that. Okay, we're gonna just get rid of this box. And then I purchased a bunch of their crochet hooks in several sizes because I do know they were very, very cheap. And they look like they'd be good handles. Ergonomic for my hands. So I have a 4, a 4.5, a 5, and a 5.5. So we'll do 2 at a time. Okay, so there's the hooks. Those 2, that was the 4.5 and the 5.5. And now I have the 4 and the 5. Okay, let me just pull one out and see how it feels. Because the more packaging I can get rid of, the better right now. Oh yeah, I like that. See, and it sticks out the back of my hand a little bit. And it's got a thumb rest. Because the way this is how I hold my crochet hook. Can you see that? I do a knife grip. And then I put my thumb here and, you know, all that good stuff. These are not short at all. Look at that. And I like how well you can grip it. Like for me especially. That's really nice. So I'm gonna have to crochet with that and see how I like that. That, like I said, that was the 5mm. This is the 4mm, same thing. So these are all going to be the same. Okay, very happy with those. All right, so let's just set the hooks over here, and I'll open the other 2 later. And then I bought more stitch markers. I don't need stitch markers, but you know what? As of lately, especially doing these squares, I have found myself needing stitch markers, and I cannot find my stitch markers anywhere. I can find a couple here and there, but I've needed the bigger ones, or like these ones here, but preferably the bigger ones. So these ones are jumbo. Don't laugh, they are jumbo, I promise. Look at that. And these were cheap. These were super cheap. I do remember, I don't remember exactly how cheap, but I do know they were super cheap and well worth the price of for 100 of them. And then these ones are just your standard stitch markers. So you can see the difference. You can see the difference in the two, between the standard and then the jumbo down here. So there are those. Okay. Very interesting how they packaged everything. Can't wait to show you that. Okay. I'm trying to see what's all in the bag here. Okay. I have a mysterious package with a lot of bubble wrap. Oh, this is the macrame kit. Okay, I am not going to open this right now, but I purchased a macrame kit because I want to get back into macrame. And then to give you the pattern, I guess you can scan the QR code here, or they also, when I made my purchase, they gave me the pattern to download from a special like code online. So I already have the pattern on my computer, but so I'm not going to show you. I'll close that off, but I'll show you the items that are in the box. Okay, there is a white one over here. It's hard to see, but this is what it makes. And I want to say this was on sale for $7.99 for the kit. But now that I have the patterns too, I have a whole box in there of macrame supplies. And I'm going to force my hands to work to be able to do macrame again. So, okay, I think, nope, I lied. That was not all the tools. So this is another thing I have been wanting for travel. This is just a one ball, or I guess if you have two smaller skeins or something, for your yarn. And it's got my favorite cats on there. See where your yarn comes up out of there. So this is just simple, easy. Just hold your yarn in there. So there's that. Okay. So that'll be nice for the times I'm able to travel again. All right, now we're gonna get into the fibers. Are you all ready? Let's get into the fibers. Let's see. I'm trying to get them all out because I purchased several different ones. I just got a Ring camera notification, but it's because my husband went out to the garage. All right, we're going to show you these two first so I can get them out of my way. I only purchased two of these. These are from their clearance section as well. These are Hobbi Halloween Horizon. They are 100% acrylic, 4mm knitting needle, and a 5mm crochet hook recommended. They are a light 3. They are 601 yards each. This is in the colorway. Oh dear, it's not on here. I can't remember the colorway. It just gives you a lot number and a color 03. Oh, I cannot remember the color. Sugar. Okay, well, anyways, I'll show you it. I'll show you the colors. It's beautiful. Look at that. Aren't those pretty? And you can see it says it's a light 3, So I wish I remembered the color name of this. You know what? I wonder if it's on, because the customs thing here, no, it's overlapped. Well, sugars. Yeah, the way the customs thing is on here, it's overlapped. They printed on top of prints. So anyways, 2 of these. And like I said, they are 601 yards each. So 1202. That'll make something really nice. Okay. That's... How many more ring notifications am I going to get? And the rest of this is pretty much all cotton. I'm going to just tell you, I wanted to try their cotton. And see. I've got one trying to hide down here in the corner. Okay. All right, here we go. Uh-oh, what is that? Oh, I'm not going to eat that, but apparently they give you some kind of candy in your thing. I'm not going to eat that. That's just me. Okay, so let's start with the merino wools. I did extra fine merino, superwash merino wool. It's not going to give me a colorway. Okay, 100% wool. These are a fine weight 2, 3 to 3.5 millimeter knitting needle, and a 4 to 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. I would want to be a rebel and do probably a 3 to a 3.5 crochet hook. Anyways, okay, so I got this really pretty pink one. Isn't that pretty? And this is the label for it. There's the label. Oh, I love that. It's so soft. My hands are so rough right now because of all the hand washing and dishwashing and stuff I've had to do. Anyways, yeah, it just gives me a color number 44 for this one. Good to know that somebody is in my garage. Oh, these ring cameras are so funny because when you go into an area where they're on, it says, "Hi, you are now being recorded." So I look at the camera and I wave and I'm like, "Hi, how are you?" Oh, okay. And then this one's like more of an off-white. This is also that one. Okay. And then, yeah, these are 2 different colors. Okay. Oh, you know what? I didn't tell you how much yarn is in each one of these. They're 180 yards. 180 yards per ball. So there's that one. That's like a blue, like a baby blue. And then this is more like a grayish blue. Yeah. Okay, so there's all those. Okay. Now we're going to get into all these cotton yarns. There is a pile of them. I was having too much fun adding these to the cart, and then I realized, well, I better stop. Because I don't know where I'm going to put all this either. So, oh boy. I'm going to have to go get a canvas bin for now and just probably store it in a canvas bin. Okay, so these are all cotton 8/4 mercerized 100% cotton. And they're a superfine 1. So knitting needle recommendation is 2.5 to 3, and a crochet hook 3 to 3.5. Again, I'd probably be a rebel and go 2 to 2.5 millimeter hook. Each one of these is 174 yards. Okay, so, and they do have, I do see the pull tab on here. It says easy start. I did not see that on any of these other 2 yarns that I just showed you. I didn't see the easy start on those, but I do see it on these. So looks like I bought two. Yeah, I bought these in increments of 2. Okay, so this first one is just a really rich yellow. And you can see it is a thin cotton. I love using the, is it the afternoon cotton from Premier? I love using that one to make coasters. It makes them so soft and flexible, but yet durable to protect your surfaces. So 2 of these, okay. And then this one is more of like a darker tan, almost like a khaki. And 2 of those. Okay. And then these next ones are really like a rich pumpkin-y colored orange. Look at this. I'll show you something. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty. Okay, so 2 of those. And then 2 of this really pretty blue. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I just wish the colors were on here, not just numbers. That's okay. So there's those. And then these are more of like a baby blue. Okay. And then of course my favorite color, pink. So we have, I'm only going to show you 1 of each, so I don't make a huge mess here. But I did, as you saw, I bought 2 of each. So these are all the different cotton colors that I purchased. Okay. So there's all those. And then just a recap of the merino wools. It was these 4. And these are 2 different blues. This is more of a grayish blue, and this is more of a, like a baby or sky blue. Okay. And then, of course, the beautiful Halloween. I don't celebrate Halloween, as you guys know. I celebrate fall harvest. I did do trunk or treat this past year at our church, but I love the color combinations in this. This is really, really pretty. So that'll make something really nice. Yeah. So there you have it, friends. My first Hobbi haul. I'm very happy. Gosh, my hands are driving me nuts with how dry it is. I'm extremely happy with the shipping process. I placed my order on January 9th, and it shipped, no, yeah, I think it was the 9th. And then it shipped like the 13th, 12th or 13th. It might have been the 12th that I placed my order, and it shipped the 13th. And then it got here on the 20th. And that was with going through customs. It went through customs. I looked at the tracking, and it went through customs in Los Angeles, California. That was the point of entry for it. So I'm very, very happy. So now I'm going to have to hurry up, use all this yarn up from there. And then, yeah, it's going to be a while, though. I've bought so much yarn. I've fallen off the wagon. I've fallen off the yarn bandwagon. But I did get useful stuff, like I said, that I wanted for traveling in the car, like this wrist holder, and then this little bag for my yarn. And the cats are just so cute. They're just so cute, and they have other patterns. And then, you know, of course, now having an overabundance of crochet hooks. But what I'm going to do with these is I'm just going to keep them in these nice little containers, keep them right here on my desk. So that I don't come into the same situation as I did yesterday where I need stitch markers and all I could find were like the ones that are in here and they were not the right ones that I needed. So yeah, so tell me in the comments below, have you ever ordered from Hobbi and what was your experience like? Now, I have one other question. Maybe not, maybe this won't work. Would you use all of these colors in one project? I think it could work. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. And then, like I said, all my cottons are most likely going to be coaster projects. Yeah. And I'm thinking I'm going to take those Halloween yarns and turn them into a shawl for the fall. So, anywho. Okay, I told you this was going to be a long video. I hope you stuck with me until the end. We are at 26 minutes. I'm going to go get a canvas pen. I'm going to edit this video if it needs to be edited. And yeah, then I'm just going to go relax the rest of the night because I already can clean my kitchen after dinner. So yeah. All right. Anyways, love, hugs, and prayers to you all. Oh, tomorrow's video, I don't know what I'm going to be doing because we are planning on taking Levi on a little homeschool field trip. We're going to go to, we're planning to go to the Bureau of Land Management here, and they have, it's just up the street from us, and they have, I guess, maps and all kinds of activities with the maps and stuff like that. So we're going to take him in there because he loves maps, loves learning, and then from there, we're going to go, I'm finally going to go check out the library here in town. I've been wanting to do it. I love the library. And I just, life has not allowed me, but now with my husband in town, I'm able to actually go and check it out. So we're doing that tomorrow. So I don't know what tomorrow's video is going to entail. I know Wednesday is normally my Whip Wednesday videos, but yeah, the Hobbi Haul took priority. So, we'll see what I do for Tackle It Thursday, or I don't know, take you with me Thursday. I don't know. Anyways, okay, I'm going now. We're at 27 minutes, almost 28 minutes. All right. Love, hugs, and prayers to you all. Stay safe, stay warm, stay inside if you're in the path of all this crazy weather. And I'll see you all in the next video, okay, friends?